that I would film or record a PowerPoint tutorial on how to best approach task 3, which is a research essay. So I'm hoping that you've either got the assessment in front of you, printed out, or that you've at the very least had a read over it. It will be really helpful for this, while listening to this presentation, to have it in front of you so that you can annotate the question and make lots of notes. At the very least, I'd hope that you would have a piece of paper in front of you for that purpose. So this is a responding assessment, and as you know in the media production and analysis course in Year 11, 30% of your overall mark needs to go towards responding, 20% will be dedicated to your exam mark, and 50% will be production. Your task for this particular assessment will be to complete a take-home research essay in response to music videos in the context of audience and production. And when I say in the context of audience and production, that's referring to your syllabus. So if you want to go back and look at your syllabus, those syllabus dot points can be found under those two areas. And the question you will be responding to is: analyse the influence of media trends and budget on the style and distribution of production. So, what are some of the task requirements? With reference to Beyoncé's production of Lemonade and one other music video of your choice, you need to produce an extended essay response to the question provided. You must cite at least 3 external sources which support your argument. When incorporating external sources, you must find suitable articles or online source material for yourself. It is preferred that you engage with academic or educational sources found online. Whether these sources are deemed appropriate is at the discretion of your teacher, and you can direct message me questions regarding that. I have also uploaded some links to Sector on weeks 9 and week 10 of term 1. Now I know that this year we do not have week 10. I might choose to move those, and I will let you know if I do that. But there are a range of articles that have already been posted for you, and I'm happy for you to cite those as well. But I would like you to do your own research, and so I would expect you to include at least 2 or 3 of your own sources as well. For both the music video Lemonade and the production of Lemonade, which is more than one music video, and the music video that you choose to research, you must make notes on the following areas: commercial context, production context, budget, technologies used, media trends and style, marketing strategies, and target audience. And I will be checking up on those notes as you do complete these tasks, or this task I should say, sorry. If you would like to define those areas further, please look at the media syllabus glossary that can be found on the SCARSA website, but that is also attached to our media production and analysis cover page on Sector. So some of the task specifics. The word limit, it's a minimum of 1,000 words. Now, I have not included a maximum word limit because I think that it's important that you can conduct research that you think is relevant. So when you're looking at the marking key, look at where I will be giving you some marks. How can you be critical, and how best can you write this essay? I would not expect anyone to write 2,000 words, but I'm not going to put a word limit on that. You must submit your planning and a thoroughly edited draft, which may be typed with track changes switched on Word or Pages. So I'm happy for your draft not to be written in handwriting. I'm happy for you to do that online. I just need to see that process. Please ensure that you follow the style and structure of an extended analytical response, including correctly citing external sources according to the College Style and Referencing Guide. And please submit a hard copy of your essay response. Actually, no, you will be uploading that to Sector for me because there's a great likelihood that we will not be at school. So Arial or Calibri, size 12 font, 1.5 spacing. So you're required to upload a digital copy of your completed essay to Sector before the start of the lesson on the due date. All hard copy materials are to be submitted during your regularly scheduled class on the day. Now, if we are not at school, I will be expecting that to be submitted by 3:25 p.m. on the due date. So deconstructing the question you'll be responding to is analyse the influence of media trends and budget on the style and distribution of production. So before we start deconstructing this, I'd like you to ask yourself, what are the key words in this question? What things is my teacher looking for? What areas do I need to focus on? So I'm going to let you quickly circle those words and have a think. So if we're looking at the keywords, we would be looking at the influence of media trends and budget on the style and the distribution of production. And it's really important that we understand these terms because this is, I guess, a four-pronged question. I'm looking for four things. And because there's no or in this question, you will be required to discuss each of these elements. In saying that, I'd like you to really carefully consider the music video that you choose to analyze. So if you've got a music video that you're hoping to analyze, but you don't know anything about the budget of that music video, and you can't think of how that was distributed or why, that's probably not the best music video to focus on. So it's important that you focus on a music video that you do think that you will be able to get information on, whether that's by contacting a producer if it's an independent music video, or through information that is already available to you online. So let's start with the orange part of the question. So analyze the influence of media trends and budget. So if you're looking at media trends, these are the directions particular media may be developing at any given point in time, which influence media production and audience expectations. So this means that you should define the production context of your chosen music video, as well as your target audience, because you're looking at when the production was filmed or produced. You're looking at the trends that existed in society at that time. So what sort of things were trending and what did your particular target audience expect at this time? There is lots of work on this, and there are pages from the Media Production and Analysis textbook that have been scanned and copied for you on week 9 of the sector program. So please do go back and have a look if you need to. You might also reference parts of this textbook if you need to, and I'll pop the publication details online for you. Budget is basically how much money did the producer have to work with. Now, I don't need an exact figure, but I do need an approximate. So how did this influence the technologies used and how the music video was marketed and distributed? So obviously, a production company with more money has more access to avenues for distribution and to better technology. So for example, you could look at Beyonce's Lemonade and the money that they had to produce this, but also how much it made. So what was the payoff? Because obviously when you're looking at a commercial music video, that the idea is that you will create money through producing that. So you should reference commercial versus non-commercial or independent media here. And I've referenced to that next in the purple box. So commercial and non-commercial media refers to the industry context of media production. Commercial media are privately owned organisations in which a financial profit motive is a major influence on the production process. So if you're thinking TV shows or channels, for example, Channel 7 or Channel 10 would be a commercial media network. Non-commercial media are publicly owned and generally have a smaller scale of production where financial profit is not necessarily the priority, for example, ABC. So if you were to choose a Triple J artist or a Triple J unearthed artist, that would be looking at an independent producer rather than a non-commercial artist. However, you could still have a look at, okay, the fact that they don't have that much money and what would their purpose of creating that music video be. It wouldn't necessarily be to make money, maybe it's to make themselves known or to produce a certain sort of image. So you're looking at the media trends and budget and how that influences the style of production and how it was distributed. So when looking at style, we're looking at the organization of media technologies. We're looking at the organization of media techniques by the producers of media work to create a distinctive appearance, mood, or tone through the choice of manipulation of all elements of construction, including techniques, codes, and conventions. So again, you can look back at the content on week 9 on sector, and there's quite a lot of on style and media trends there that could be helpful. When looking at distribution, I want you to consider, how was the music video distributed? What platforms was it distributed on? Was it very accessible for the target audience? Was the production distributed to a mainstream target audience or a niche target audience? And why not was it distributed to a mainstream target audience? So if you're looking at a smaller target audience, we call that a niche target audience, NICHE. You might like to look that up. And I've also sent you the marking key, and I would like you to have a look at that. So the first thing I'll be focusing on is, have you analysed media trends, budget, style, and distribution? And they're the 4 elements that we've just deconstructed. So if you want full marks for this question, you need to critically analyse media trends, budget, style, and distribution. So to be critical means to question and analyse in depth. I'll then look at the influence on production. So have you critically analysed the influence of these elements on Beyonce's production of Lemonade, as well as a music video of your choice? What is the influence and how much did it influence these elements? And when you're looking at the how much did it influence it, that's where you become critical rather than just explaining the influence on a production. Evidence from the text studied, that's pretty self-explanatory. You need to provide justification that includes detailed and relevant references to appropriate media work. So I want references to where and how this has been affected production for Lemonade and a music video of your choice. But obviously I also expect you to do research and to reference as you go. Media terminology is in every essay for media, but you're using sophisticated and relevant use of media terminology. So making really regular links to those key points that you are taking research notes on, as well as the key terms in the question. And notes and research. So have you made sophisticated notes and detailed annotations on at least 2 music videos or productions? Have you cited a range of external sources? And that would include doing further research to the links that I have added to sector. When looking at the syllabus links, these are the 4 things that we're basically focusing on for this research essay, and that is the impact of technologies on popular media, the impact and appeal of trends in media genres and or styles, marketing strategies which appeal to specific audiences, and effect on budget on production. So it's important to recognize that this sort of an essay question could come up in an exam. So you'll be able to research this at a later date to prepare for your media production and analysis exam, whether for semester 1 or semester 2. So where to start? If you look at sector on week 9, I have a little research section, and this is what you're going to focus on this week. So obviously there are only a few days left of term. This is what we're going to start with. I'd like you to start by researching Beyonce's album Lemonade using the links that I've added to sector. And I'd like you to answer all 10 comprehension questions that I have listed for you. So what is the production of Beyonce's Lemonade? Why is the production of Beyonce's Lemonade considered unique? How did Beyonce distribute Lemonade and why was this clever? What audience does the album cater for? So I'd like you to try and define a target audience there. What was the production budget? How much profit did she make? What technologies would have been used in the production of the music video? And how did that impact the style and production quality? What was the effect of the budget on production? And I should have said affect there. Is this a commercial or a non-commercial production? And explain that. So really have a think, look back at those syllabus points and research that. Analyze one of the music videos from the album. So go and have a look at a few of them. I'd like you to look at the production quality. What sort of style has she adopted? What do you think Beyonce values and how is this translated in her music video? And then you can write a short response. How is meaning encoded by the producer and decoded by the audience? Discuss in relation to one of her music videos within the album. That's going to get you not so much thinking about the essay question because you're looking at codes and conventions, but it will get you to start thinking about the style of music video and why she has used that style and maybe what sort of trends she's looking at. So maybe it's a social trend even. How could we look at Lemonade and then something like Childish Gambino's This Is America and draw links? When were they both produced and why have they focused on certain elements within their music videos? Is this a trend in contemporary America? I've got some helpful web links at the bottom of that page and I'd like you to read them and analyze this in depth. When completing your own research, and you're probably not going to start this until the holidays if you choose to work on it, and there is absolutely no expectation that you do work on this essay task on the holidays, or until next term. But you must make notes on the following areas for both Lemonade and a music video of your choice, or a production of your choice, I should say. So commercial context, production context, budget, technologies used, media trends and style, marketing strategies, and target audience. And I have popped some other links on week 10 on sector. Again, I might move them. I will direct message you if I do that. But basically, I've got some questions there for you to answer to get you to start thinking about these areas. So define the target audience of the music video. How does the artist appeal to the audience? What is the budget? How does this impact technology used in distribution? How was the music video marketed? What technologies had been used and were they effective? And what media trends have been followed? And there's 5 different links there that you might choose to look at when conducting your own research. Again, this is a starting point. I would expect you to also look at your own research and conduct your own research. So term 1, week 9 and term 2, week 1 focus will therefore be to make notes on Lemonade and a music video of your choice. You may like to make contact with an independent artist to look at the differences in budget or technologies or distribution. So for example, someone like Ben Young is a wonderful producer and I'd like you to look at him as a producer and director. He is awesome and he's produced music videos for people or Australian artists, I should say, such as, and the name escapes me, it's on the Birds of Tokyo, I think it was, and he did an awesome zombie one, so it might be worthwhile looking at. Make detailed notes. You will be assessed on these notes, so please look at the marking key. I am looking at your notes and how thorough they are, and this is all due Tuesday week 3 at the moment, and I'll let you know if anything changes. So good luck. I'm sure you'll do absolutely brilliantly, and of course I'm always available to answer questions, particularly during our media period on our Teams channel. Good luck.